Not in today's traffic.
Antigua Barbuda.
Set.
It depends on the time of day. Out court. Out court. A wider delivery from Kima Paul draws Ogis into a false sense of security. Looking to be in position. This time he gets another gem of a delivery. He's out court.
Squared him up completely. A beauty. That's what we were talking about.
Smith to Hodge. Hodge cuts this one that well before runs. A lovely shot. It stood up and Hodge stood up to it. And he had no difficulty. Just cut it through the covers. 4 runs. He's Paul being cracked through backward point for 4. Classy shot by Athenes. He judged it well. It wasn't very wide outside the off-stump. Seniority is important. Oh, he's out caught. Another one bites the dust. Hodge stands there, but there is no question in the mind of umpire Butler. Wade Smith comes in down the leg side. He whips that off the pads. Will that beat the fielder coming around? It is 4 runs. Shamar Joseph, for all his speed, cannot stop it. This time he's wrapped on the pad. He's given.
He's in trouble.
He's given.
He's in trouble.
Wicket number 4 goes. Credit to Nice Smith here.
The wicket, so he switches straight away.
Oh.
He is caught at first slip.
And we have been saying it.
A delivery which he didn't have to play at.
We have been saying it.
He got into a wrong position. He's driving in the air. And it's gone away for 4 in the air.
Well, Leo was decisive on that.
Is into ball to his colleague. Oh! Gone past Anderson. Feet in the crease, just the hands going. Try telling him that set. Try telling him that set.
Oh, look at this.
That's whipped away. It's gone all the way on the top of the stand. This Richie Richardson stand that we were talking about for 6.
Wow.
Drives in the air. Who wants it? Who wants it? Easy catch. Leo gives his hand away.
Yeah,
That is what Ambrose hits the bat on his pad to say. Cricket awareness from him. Bowled him! He played around the wrong delivery, played around his pads, and Ambrose goes. Shamar Joseph, the test bowler, strikes. Windward Island Volcanoes 93 for 7.
Yeah, that was a beauty. Spring 8. I think it had some pace on it too. That he was actually playing for the ball to come in, but that one actually just held its own.
When it comes to the best batting team in the world, out court. He takes a 2nd wicket. Denver pushing forward on this occasion. And as you said, he has 3 slips and a gully for a reason.
Yeah.
Louis for 19 and Ocean Thomas for North.
And they may lose Cyrus now. Virasamy Pramal takes the catch. It was a regular delivery, played at it, hit it in the air, out towards extra cover. John goes down the track and he hits that. 6 runs. The 2nd 6 of the day over the head of Motie. And the slip. Oh, and this, he goes. What a way to end the innings. Ryan John trying a reverse sweep all of a sudden. All match he has been playing orthodox, and now he chooses to be clever.
He wanted to play a switch
clever.
it.
He dismisses himself.
That's what you were talking about,
I would call it. Motie gets the wicket. And after all the hard work, this is a tough one. This is not the ideal way to get out. The Windward Islands Volcanoes.
Wicket set.
In these days, this time Nando goes and it comes down to us. 6 runs, struck over long off. Authoritative brings up the 50 in.
Driving, hit it down the road.
He's taken.
Excellent catch. He claims the catch. And Matthew Nando gives it away.
Yes.
That needed to be elevation. He was going flat. He never got to the pitch of the ball. Lapse of concentration. Those guys not to have maybe played for the West Indies team.
Ooh.
He's out like before.
Yeah, that looked pretty straight.
Yes, Anderson misjudging one there. Came across, didn't go right down to sweep. Carl Tuckett saw his leg stump. The present Ulysses Lawrence.
Formerly with Islands.
Yeah, formerly with Islands. All-rounder. Nagging length. Clipped away. Dropped. That's what we're talking about, what I said to you, Seth. Got to stay in the game. Imlai's out. Cotton bowl. Very soft dismissal from Imlak. They got to be working. They have to stay in the game. They got to be switched on. Stead, out caught. Finally, Descartes strikes.
And he strikes an important blow because that Chanda pole, that one lifted on him.
He's hoisting that. Gone into the scoreboard area for 6.
Well, he takes the invitation now. You have a man out there, no one can stop the 6.
The hard worker, Descartes, driven sweetly for 4 by Savory. Half volley, put away nicely, and all of a sudden, there's just a release of tension here. But John is not interested. Here is a delivery which is crack square, down to the boundary for 4. That fielder should have done a lot better. Might have been Descartes. Waits for Cyrus. Pushes it 50 to Kimo Paul.
Plus the cover and the extra cover in a line. Goes out and he hits this in the air. Will he perish? The ball is in the air. Will the catch be taken? Yes, it's taken by Kavim Hodge.
Yeah.
And Paul played into the trap.
Yeah.
And in fact, it is an easy catch. He goes for 56.
Cyrus into Savory. Savory gets a full toss, pushes it down the ground. 50 to Savory. What a knock by the young man. The lead is 98. And he showed great composure. He looks to the heavens. Raises his back to his teammates in the dressing room. He's cleaned him up.
Hodge.
Cleaned him up. Savory will be really upset with himself.
On first innings, Motie
He's
again.
out caught behind.
Flashing.
Descartes, the man we've been talking about, set, gets another breakthrough. Caught by the wicketkeeper. Motie goes for 1.
In his opening spell yesterday. This time he will get a wicket. Taken by first slip.
Great catch there by Sonny Lambres.
Gets the wicket of Richie Locknort. Coming forward, and that one was leaving him. And here were we washing our mouth on him. Here is this one being struck by Pamal into the bleachers on the western side for 6.
It's a big one.
Starting this morning, first delivery whipped away nicely by Shamar Joseph, and will he get the 4? The ball is being chased, but not even the chase could have helped on that occasion. Are on that side. Here is Shamar Joseph going big on this occasion, out to mid wicket, and that did cover the boundary. 6 runs to the left-handed Shamar Joseph, and he's telling John, I'm here for a purpose. This time, let's see what he does. Down the leg side. It may have come from the glove.
Dropped.
Missed by the wicket keeper. Diving across, Leo. And it is 4 runs. So he has been put down, and John is not pleased. John. Joseph once again. Down to fine leg for 4. Hooking again. The ball taken high up on the bat. This is cuts at that. The ball goes through Ambers at first slip. Down to the boundary for 4. What else can you do? Joseph gets a short one and he pulls it well. 1 bounce into the long leg boundary for 4. It was pitched into the turf. Swings at that. A lofty shot over the Richie Richardson stand and perhaps over the War Memorial path. That's a huge 6 by Shamar Joseph. The floor of the bat, the ball was in the slot. Denver to Joseph. Joseph goes back and he flashes at that. He's given out. He goes for 46. He was not pleased, perhaps with himself. I'm not quite sure if it were with the umpire's decision. But he had one closer to his body. Perhaps he heard Vernon say, Smith faces John, and he pulls this one over the boundary. Crashes into the wall by the western bleach, and Niall Smith is saying, I can do it. To Smith. Smith drives back past the bowler. Well, he doesn't need to run because this goes down the ground for 4. Niall Smith to take the pace. So perhaps that's the plan. Denver, this time he goes down and he swings this one over the top to the right of the broadcast booth into the road. And Virasamy Pramod perhaps answers the question and say that the pitch at Saviv has not been behaving itself. The ball goes down to third man into the boundary for 4. Dropped again.
Dropped again.
That if someone like Ambrose is working with him, that augurs well for his future.
We need technical coaches set. That's what we need. There are some tweaks, and sometimes the technicals. So I'll have to ask him, why are you not being called? Here is Smith going for a big one. It's gone all the way into this Andy Roberts stand.
CCG.
And they had the week series.
Yes. That may be yes.
So good afternoon to my colleague and my friend for life, Trevor Shillingford in Dominica, Director of Sports. Here is Ogis just turning this down to the fine leg boundary for 4.
Excellent wrist work. He just got inside the line and tucked it around.
And a backward point. Pascal is just working this into the onside. They can get to here if he wants. And Pascal is quietly off the mark. Overthrow.
They will get 6.
Pomal. Not backing up. Traveled around to give him as much support as possible. Turn stylishly into the onside and they'll pick up a couple of runs. They can get 3 here. And they come back quite easily for 3. Pascal is pushing down the ground. Don't think he will go for 4. Motie's after it. When he gets there, he picks it, stops it with his left hand. And they get 3 runs quite easy. Trouble, 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 trouble.
Lock nut strikes.
Pascal lazy in his attempt there. Didn't get that stride out. He's hit that onto the Sir Richie Richardson's stand roof.
I'm wondering if it would stay up there.
And it will come right back down.
Exactly.
You sometimes have to respect it. He goes again. Where that is gone. It's gone Bang. Even further. But I don't think it will come back.
Years. Ooh, that one dropped and bounced and is given out. Hodge goes from a snorter from Motie. You don't hear one uses the word snorter from a spinner. Oh, that's a good delivery. What a
He
one.
dropped it, I think.
You believe?
Yeah.
It did beat him.
Motie.
Oh, not in control at all.
Down to the boundary for 4. 141 for 2. He is out stump.
He's bowled.
Been thrown out of the attack. He's out like before.
Sonny Lambris straight away. He didn't have the first ball success. Lead, and I don't understand the reason for that defensive approach.
He's out caught behind. Motie strikes again. Loose shot by Descartes. Finally, Imlach holds 1.
You must just enjoy watching him operate.
Yeah, wiry about it. And he gets there. John using his feet and just chips that one away. It's gone all the way for 6.
To the end. John faces. And a loud appeal is given out. So another LBW going. Wicket number 6. He comes in, goes back, and this time he's wrapped on the pad and he goes. He does not survive. Gudakesh Motie spinning webs around the Volcanoes. Wicket number 7.
Yeah, the lead is 340.
Ogis now, he gets carried away with the moment.
He gives it away.
Takes a diving catch.
What a screamer by Savory. That is an excellent catch. He lost his concentration. Ogis, and just as Seth said.
Just 2 wickets needed. This time he drives, will be taken. And Savory takes the catch. Out goes Demba.
A concert this weekend, they may be thinking about it. Look at this.
And it's all over.
Look at this.
It's all over. Tyson just ran down the track to Veerasamy Pamal. 141 runs. It is certainly not what you'd have expected.